Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2 between NightEnD and Dimaga. Blah. So, yeah, we have the red trunks now for NightEnD in the upper right corner and the yellow trunks for Dimaga in the lower left corner. Zerg versus Protoss, Shukurus Plateau, and let's get ready to rumble. No, I'm not Bruce Buffer. No, wait, the Bruce Buffer is the guy from the UFC. The guy's name is still Buffer, but I forget. They're cousins. Anyway, they're cousins. You have no idea what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, probably. I was pretty certain that you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. Anywho, let's get back into the build order. NightEnD is probably gonna go a different build today instead of the Forge expand, because it's Forge expansion here is not so viable. I've said this on every single Xel'naga Caverns. Pom, pom, and pom. Just 3 points of attack. No way do you have enough cannons to defend against that. So NightEnD is actually gonna scout here and gonna try and delay an expansion for Dimaga. Dimaga hasn't laid down a pool and we're on 13 supply. And there is a gateway, very nice indeed. So, early gas, so we might see a pool very soon, probably on 16. Yep, there's a 14 pool. Okay, fair enough. So, fair enough. Again, Speedling's gonna be the weapon of choice for Dimaga early game. I'm surprised that he decides to go for the same build because he got his ass whooped last game. Yeah, boom. But hey, this is a different map with a different outcome, and Lings can be a little bit more dangerous on this map, especially if NightEnD decides to go for an expansion. No signs of that so far. Probably a core will be laid down pretty soon, and actually gonna lay down the core with the building probe. So this brand new probe is, hey, I'm new to the world, gonna actually warp in a cyber core, and then gonna get onto my expansion on my mineral line. This little bitty probe is still here trying to deny any kind of expansion. There's a queen on the way, of course there's a queen on the way. Always good to get out your queen, and you do need a spawning pool for that. Once you have a queen, pooping tumors or increased production. And we have 4 lings on the way, so 4 lings moving out across the map. First gonna try and chase down this probe. Since there is no speed, the probe is actually getting away. Probably gonna get hit once or twice, but who cares? It has shields. There we go. 1 hit off the probe. Still running. Meanwhile, what do we have down here? We have a pylon down here. Why would we have a pylon? A pylon around here suggests another pylon trying to create a funnel. Why would you do that? Oh, and the forge. Going for the forge again. Gonna try and delay the forge, but the stalker is here and gonna do its damage. So the stalker, the zealot is actually blocking the ramp even for the stalker. Look at the poor stalker. Get out of the way! I need to go kill zerglings. My life for hire! You're an idiot. My life for hire! Hire is lost. My life for hire! We lost it. My life for hire! Go kill yourself. My life for... Okay. Anyway, we do have a scouting overlord here for Dimaga, who will probably decide to move that in at about the 6-minute mark. The forge is done, so NightEnD actually opting to go for the cannon defense. Or not. He could be just getting the forge for obvious, you know, tech upgrades. We'll see. So 2 stalkers on the defensive for NightEnD, securing 4 more gateways. Warp gate tech is almost complete. Meanwhile, Dimaga has secured 1 expansion and getting up a roach warren. Only 1 queen as of yet, with the surprise. No, 2 queens. There we go. No dedicated queen for creep tumors as of yet. We'll see if that is the case a little bit later. As I've mentioned many times before, getting a dedicated creep tumor queen is important, and there she is coming out here. Imagine that, getting spawned into the world. I'm here to help the zerg swarm, evolve, and assimilate the Protoss. Yeah, we want you on pooping tumors. What? Yeah, but I'm here to help. I can transfuse, no, we want you to go poop on the field. But I can poop on the field. Okay, I'm gonna go poop on the field. that was just awesome. Pooping queens. Yeah, so Zerg actually, Dimaga right here, actually staying on top of his creep tumors, spreading them with the non-dedicated queen, and here is the dedicated queen, gonna start spreading those tumors, and the Lings are here on the defensive, and now NightEnD is gonna apply pressure again, taking out a creep tumor, yes, and we're gonna have a pylon right here for warp-ins probably, but laying down a cannon or two, not necessarily the best, bad idea. However, creep has spread too far, so no more cannons to be laid down, and this expansion has been denied. Dimaga is in the opposite position that he was last game. Last game, he completely tried to overrun NightEnD and starve him to death, and now NightEnD is in the position where he can starve Dimaga. But Dimaga's roaches have spawned, and Dimaga's roaches are gonna do a little bit of damage, but there is a considerable amount of Protoss forces here shooting the Lings. A lot of the roaches have already fallen. The queen has fallen. More roaches on the way. More zealots being warped in. These warp gates are ready, so chrono boosting out. These warp gates really need to produce anything. They should be warping in a little bit more units. Probably doesn't have the resources to. But NightEnD applying great pressure right here. So Dimaga is in a very bad position, about to lose his expansion. He is only mining off of one base, so economy-wise, NightEnD is ahead. Not by much, he's only on one base himself. Warping in more zealots, and now zealots are going to deal with the Lings and going to soak up a lot of damage of the roaches, and now roaches moving away. Very nice micro from Dimaga, trying to get out of there, but NightEnD continuously applying pressure, and there is one last zealot here, warping in another one and backing out. He needs to snipe off this hatchery. If he snipes off this hatchery, that would be a huge economical hit for Dimaga to take at this point, but Dimaga wisely enough bringing his forces, and NightEnD just needs to shoot off one shot and 1 HP. Ah, he got it. And Broodling Spawn coming in there, and that was a huge hit. Units lost tab. Wow, we are so early in the game, and look at that deficit. So Dimaga is in a very bad position at the moment, very bad of losing this best of 3 series, and that could be a great problem. That could be a huge problem for Dimaga. He cannot win this, in my opinion. He can fight off as much as he can, but he cannot win this at this specific point in time. He's lost his expansion very early on, and NightEnD is just continuously applying pressure. Now, Dimaga's safe bet is that he has been mining this for a while. So he has a little bit of an economical advantage when it comes to minerals harvested. If he can hold this up, and actually starve out NightEnD in sense of continuously killing off his attacking units and not allowing NightEnD to secure an expansion, Dimaga can actually come back from this, and NightEnD is also aware of this strategy. He is aware that if he throws in too many units at Dimaga and loses too many, he will find himself without any minerals inside his main and without the possibility of expanding, which is not good. So he is backing out and trying to secure his own expansion pretty soon, I suppose. Getting up a couple of forces for the defensive. There's a probe right here. Oh! Whoa, NightEnd's a supply block. How the hell did that happen? Oh, right. A lot of the supply were the 2 pylons that were left here, and now that the pylons are dead. That is pretty huge because that delays Dimaga's, delays NightEnd's expansion considerable. And here we have 2 more photon cannons for the defensive, and now Dimaga opting to go for an expansion, however at the high yield. He knows he has the time to secure an expansion because he knows that probably NightEnD is doing the same thing. And he has 300 resources at the moment, so yeah, there comes the Nexus right there. So he knows that the reason NightEnD backed off is to secure his own expansion and secure his own macros. So Dimaga deciding, I'm not going to get attacked anytime soon. Let's go for a high yield. Let's make sure that I'm ahead. If my opponent's going to have an expansion and I'm going to have an expansion, the tactic is simple. I want the better expansion. So the high yield will give Dimaga the mineral advantage and the gas advantage. The problem, of course, being that he needs to defend this, and on this map the high yield is, well, look at this gigantic gap. Now look at this gigantic gap. Now back at me. Now back at yourself. Now back at the gap. And realize that this gap is huge. This gap is gigantic. This gap was made by Old Spice. free commercialism right there. And no, Old Spice is not paying me for anything. I'm not even a partner yet. I'm not even getting paid to do these casts. I do them because I like them. And I like you guys, the StarCraft community. All those who have subscribed and all those who haven't. But eventually will, because you will be assimilated. I'm sorry. It's just how things work. You will be assimilated. Majin Gaming will grow. I will one day have 1 million subscribers. I don't know, not really. I don't see myself that big ever. No, not really. Just joking around. Anywho, before we get off on the large-scale dreams of having 2 million subscribers, yes, I did add another 1 million there because I can. Let's continue with the game. So Dimaga is starting to secure his expansion, and he's getting Burrow, an observer on the way for NightEnD, and the economies are fairly similar. Dimaga does have this slight advantage because of the high yield. So we're gonna see exactly who wins this. Because of the high yield, Dimaga is, in my opinion, an advantage, but it's gonna come down to better unit composition, in my personal opinion, because as you saw last game, that's what it was. NightEnD had a perfect, and I mean perfect, Protoss unit composition, and a couple of Lings trying to chase down the Stalkers, and the Lings are gonna die. And here comes the observer. So now NightEnD is going, uh-oh, problem. Dimaga has a high yield. His income is better than mine. I need to do something fast. Another thing that Dimaga could honor. These are a lot of overlords on this gas. We must honor the gas. Honor the gas. Gas keeps us afloat. Gas keeps us in the air. Guys, I need to puke. Go puke on an expansion. Anyway. So as I was saying, NightEnD had better unit composition. And here are a couple of force fields trying to funnel in the Zerg forces, and the Zerg forces need to back out of there. So NightEnD had a perfect unit composition to deal with the Zerg army. He had Blink Stalkers, Colossus, and Sentries. Sentries to defend, Blink Stalkers to defend the Colossus, and Colossus to do damage to everything. And once the Colossus were safe, the Stalkers could actually do their part in damaging the roaches as well. And now with a lot of Sentries, NightEnD has enough force fields to block off each ramp at a time and deny Dimaga that run-in. As you can see, just denying Dimaga that run-in. Dimaga cannot run it. And here's the burrow. Come on, Dimaga. Oh, there's an observer here. If Dimaga is not aware of this observer, it could be devastating. Does NightEnD actually see this army? Yep, there it is. Here, oh yeah, he sees this army. He sees this army. So, I wonder what is. Oh, we have actually 2 observers, the Fallen, Nightman, and GS Ruffy. Hi guys! Thank you for watching! Well, you guys are watching the game. So there's a Void Ray now. There's a Stargate, and NightEnD is going for Void Rays. Now, Void Rays, they're good. They're good. I mean, they do 10 damage versus armored, and when they charge up, they do a lot of damage. But they're not gonna get charged up on roaches. Come on. But they are in the position to do damage to the Zerg army without the Zerg army having any kind of ability to retaliate. Nope, there is a Hydro Den, and there are a couple of Hydras on the way. So very wisely, Dimaga is aware of what's going on. I'm surprised to see one thing from Dimaga. Dimaga, I haven't seen a observer from Dimaga, an overseer. An overseer would be good at this point, probably to try and snipe off any kind of stray observers such as this guy. And secondly, changelings are underrated. Put a changeling where you actually need it, a good position for a changeling, and NightEnD won't spot it. Well, he will eventually spot it. Pros have this uncanny ability to spot it, but you know, might get off a little bit of scouting. So now NightEnD actually knows that there's Hydra on the map. So in terms of observation, NightEnD is trying to keep ahead of the Protoss, especially because of this creep tumor development. Very nice creep spread. Look at this one line over this point. Will Dimaga even try and secure this expansion? This would be good. I mean, secure this expansion, lay down a couple of spine crawlers right here, and again, try to lock your opponent inside the base. Okay, so let's look at the unit size and talk about the combination, because right now everything is a little bit boring. They're just standing around producing stuff. We don't want producing stuff, we want to see more. Dimaga's main is almost mined out, so wisely enough he's securing his natural. The high yield is being secured as the high yield is fully saturated, so income should be fairly similar. So we have a huge mass roach Hydra army for Dimaga. And there's the Overseer. He heard me. He heard me, Ma. He heard me. Anyway, and there's the Changeling dying. That's not how you put a Changeling inside the opponent's army, but hey, he did spot the army. He does know that Void Rays are on the map. So we're gonna have Stalkers, Immortals, Void Rays, Colossus, and NightEnD has a powerful army here. NightEnD has a very powerful army, especially because of the sentries. Sentries will deny damage completely, and the Void Rays are gonna do a lot of damage to everything. Hydras are against Void Rays, but right now, NightEnD has a huge and powerful army. He's actually ahead in food count. He's actually ahead in food count. And here comes the combination, the fight that we've been waiting for. Immortal soaking up a lot of damage. Force fields! Oh my god, all these Hydras are stuck back here, so the Void Rays can do a lot of damage, and that means a huge hit for Dimaga, and Dimaga knows this. He's backing out as fast as he can, because food-wise, he is behind, and here come the Colossus, and with the Colossus and the Observer, slowly the creep spread is being denied, and here comes another run-in and another force field of wall to protect the army. So great play by NightEnD, all those sentries doing great damage, just blocking off. There's another block of the army, and another piece, and Dimaga's army is slowly being picked off one by one, each unit by unit. So far, NightEnD has had minimal casualties, minimal Guardian Shield going up, losing a couple of Void Rays, might lose them all, losing another, and will the last Void Ray fall? I do not think so. No, the last Void Ray is completely up, no more Hydras. Dimaga calls the GG, and there it is, best of 3 series, won by Dimaga. Enough said. Won by Dimaga, won by NightEnD, 2-0. Great unit composition, and great micro. That was so geeky to watch. I got goosebumps just by watching that kind of play, and just, you know, great to watch. Thank you guys for watching. Little note, there will be a 3rd video in this series uploaded. This video will be fake. It will be probably a nothing video, simply because I don't want to spoil the result of the series. The video will be a fake. If you watch it and have watched this video, well, I don't know why. If I should ever become a partner, these fake videos that assure the series isn't spoiled by saying, hey, you've only uploaded 2 games, you've only uploaded 1 game, you've only uploaded whatever games, and you've only uploaded a minimum of the series, so you could predict the outcome. These videos will never ever have commercials on them, because it would be a cheap move. But they will be uploaded to make sure that people don't get spoiled by viewing how many videos are uploaded. So, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another episode of Majin Starcraft and Dead Space. Oh, and I'm gonna try and bring out the League of Legends game today. I don't know if I'll have time. If not, it will come up. I'm no longer delaying that. It will come up, but I'm just saying it might be a little bit delayed. Okay, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe. How many times I've already said that in one video, and see you next time.